what you are, your great achievements, both individually and collectively. And may I also introduce this school, which shares common thinking, and a common philosophy with you. We also believe in breaking barriers. We respect diversity. We respect that each individual is endowed by God or by nature or by whatever name you wish to call that great power which governs our lives. That great power has endowed us each with unique gifts. We respect those who rise above themselves to honor those gifts which God has given to us, to all of us, differently and uniquely. One of the pillars on which our institution stands is diversity. We are great believers in diversity. We wish to practice diversity. We believe that each individual is different, has been endowed with different gifts, and it is the common endeavor of all of us here at this school to bring out the best in each and every one of us. To that extent, we are fellow travelers on the same journey. These words, I welcome you once again to our institution. Once again, reiterate how much your coming here means to us.
And I would like to call Debbie to please introduce her own group.
Thank you for your very kind words. We'll let this go. We can continue. We'll let you watch a little bit of the video and then I'll come back. Thank you so much.
These names span centuries, yet they have a common thread. They all overcame obstructions between people that were common in their time and place in history. Rather than creating conditions that confine, rather than developing differences that divide, rather than impose inhibitions that impede, they all sought to overcome obstacles around them to include. They had a mission to break down barriers between people. We continue that mission. We are Break the Barriers. Barriers exist to either keep something out or something in. They can be walls, fences, and more. Often, the biggest barriers are in our minds. They can separate one person's ability from another and prevent any opportunity to achieve a shared common goal or experience.
The stories behind everybody. There's a story of struggle. There's a story of not being accepted. There's a story of somebody telling them their mistake.
In 1983, BTB founders Steve and Debbie Bergenreiter determined to make a difference in the lives of people who were being held captive behind invisible walls. Steve was a pro ball player for the Yankees, and Debbie, a national gymnastics champion, exposed Debbie's younger sister Kathy to hours of athletic practice. Hours would pass as the sisters spent time together during gymnastics workouts. As is prone to happen with siblings, Kathy began to emulate Debbie.
When special Olympics added the sport of gymnastics, we tracked me down. National Level Gym has a sister with Down syndrome, Miss Dr. Down, who can help us out.
Kathy was determined to be a champion gymnast like her older sister. And ultimately, she succeeded and excelled in the Special Olympics. This amazing achievement became the catalyst for Steve and Debbie's lifelong mission to create a common bond between persons of differing abilities.
Right there in the backyard, great career started happening without us even really planning for it. It was a prayer coming to fruition, a dream turning into reality right there. Where it started on old bed mattresses and wool mats. We actually made our own mats by cutting foam and piecing it together with duct tape. So we did have a trampoline and a balance beam.
From the beginning, the Bergen Raiders had determined to do things in a very different way. Students with various abilities were integrated into the same classes, finding common ground and learning to work together.
It's the magic mixture. It's the mixture of all abilities.
From a small seed, a great tree grows. And from a backyard of 20 students, Break the Barriers has matured into an international ability center, touching lives and inspiring change in the local community and across the globe. Today, over 3,000 students attend classes every week in a 39,000 square foot facility, offering over a dozen programs, ranging from gymnastics, dance, and music, to USA-sanctioned tennis and taekwondo. In these integrated classes, students cooperate and learn in a supportive family environment, while instructors have the opportunity to match the gifts and talents of every student, encouraging each of them to reach their full potential. Sign language is a big part of all classes, helping to bring students together and support learning from each other, as well as bridge communication gaps.
It's not, here's your able-bodied, and it's not that. We're all on the same playing field. We're all doing the same thing.
I'm on the Bergen Ranger team, the music team, and the dance team.
It's a place of inclusion. It includes all kids from all backgrounds.
Gymnastics, I'm a world Special Olympics champion.
Where we teach dance, gymnastics, basketball, swimming, tennis, all these things, but to all abilities.
Then I got to work side by side with friends that have disabilities, and I just came to realize that
my family, but for many families and for people around the world, we have the same desires and the same heart to be included. The problem is the lack of opportunity to develop the gifts that we've been given. And so whether it is in business or performing arts or athletics, whatever it might be, like we heard so eloquently, we all have gifts. We all have abilities to share. So the two parts of the prayer was because of my sister Kathy, who has Down syndrome, and she taught me about the important things in life. Number one, to love one another. She's 5 years younger than me, and she taught me, her older sister, how to love unconditionally. She also taught me about acceptance. And she taught me about if your heart says to move forward, you move forward. And if you know anybody with Down syndrome, they do pave the way for us, and they're love generators on earth. And I'm just very grateful that where doctors told my family they needed to institutionalize my sister because she would disrupt a normal family because of there's two older children that you have. People would belong. And we also pray, how can we show the world that all people belong together? This amazing team that gives and gives and gives without recognition. There's no awards, there's no trophies. They could be competing and winning for their own glory because you will see amazing athletes, amazing dancers, amazing performers, but they choose to do this. And I am very proud of you because I watch them over and over. You know, when we come to a country, India, are you kidding? This is a dream come true. And we come here, and all of a sudden there's a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. There's more performances that come. And every time I go turn to them and I see the long distance and the traveling and the performing, I say, we're invited to do another one. All right, let's do it. And they're fired up and they give 100%. And taking on my disability is talking too much. And so I just want to tell you that. But I want to introduce to you our team, the Barrier Breakers. I'd like to introduce you to who planned our trip, who happens to be my oldest son behind the camera, Jared. And he's our Chief of Operations at President Barrier. My son, who just got spanked on the bottom. Tyler, he's our mentoring outreach coordinator. Kyle is our programs director. And then we have many staff here, gymnastics coaches, sign language directors. Raise your hand if you're on staff at Breaking Barriers. We couldn't do this without a team and without people that have the same passion. And just like what you were saying, we are connected because we do want to make this a better world for all people and all abilities. Wherever we go, we don't leave home without our favorite Doctor of Education, Dr. Gail Gorky, and she has some fun planned for you.
So what Debbie said about you not just sitting and watching, now you're mine. Okay. So I read a book recently called The Element, and it's written by a guy named Sir Ken Robinson. And his goal is to try to put creativity back into education. And in the book, he says that the world is hungry for you to be great. And I love that your professor, that's what you said. You know, we see the greatness in each other. And in a country that recognizes that one person can change the world, so many people live their lives and they don't believe that one person can change the world. You guys believe that because you've seen it. And recognizing in ourselves that we have that strength, we have the ability. The only thing that's ever changed the world is somebody who wanted to. And so our desire today is to help you want to do that. And in the book, he says there's 4 ways to tell if you're in the element, to tell if you can find your greatness. The first one is aptitude. What are you good at? So right now on your hands, I'd like you to show me on a scale of 1 to 10 how intelligent you think you are. 10 being very intelligent, and 1 being, oh, not so much, okay? Put your hands up. Scale of 1 to 10. Now, I'm wondering what the conversation is going inside of your head right now, right? Isn't the conversation, I want to say 10. But I'm afraid if I say 10, everybody's going to go, oh, not you, right? So here's what I want you to do. I asked you the wrong question. You see, I asked you to rate your intelligence. And the thing about that is we can't rate our intelligence. The question that I need to ask you is, how are you intelligent? You see, that's a different question, and it gets a different answer, doesn't it? It's not about rating it on a scale of 1 to 10. It's about figuring out what are you really, really good at, and being able to give that to the world. Okay, the second thing you need to have then, in order to be in the element, is you need to have passion. You have to love it, okay? And one of the things we teach all the time is that we teach that there are 5 languages of love. So put your hand up, 5. 5. Okay. Now I want you to think about this inside your head where your languages show up. Okay? The first language of love is the language of words. I love you. You look great today. I'm proud of you. If you're the kind of person that needs to hear the words come out of somebody else's mouth and into your ears, one of your languages is what? Words. The second language is the language of gifts. We buy things for them. Everywhere we've been, people have just given us just wonderful things. The Indian people are so generous. And this is where our relationships have trouble. Because she says, well, you never tell me you love me. And he says, well, I'm always buying you stuff. And it's not that they don't care for each other, it's that they're speaking what? Different languages. Okay? The third language is the language of service. And that's the language where we do things for others. Some of your friends might have a surgery of some kind, and you go over and you help, clean their home because they can't do that. Or when you see somebody walking down the street and they've got a burden and they're carrying, and you step up and you say, can I help you? Again, that's a very Indian thing, isn't it? So words, gifts, and service. Number 4 is time. And that's those people that you go someplace with and you say, where do you want to go? And they say, I don't care. You say, what do you want to do? And they say, I don't care. They just want to be with you. Do you have friends like that? And see, where we choose to spend our time, you choose to be educated in a university or a college that has this kind of philosophy. We get 24 hours a day. Once we spend it, that's gone forever. And the choice we made of where to spend that time and who to spend that time with, those are the most significant choices we make in our lives. The 5th language is the language of touch. That ability to reach out and grab a hand or embrace a friend, share that affection that we have for each other. So the 5 languages then are words, gifts, service, time, touch. The cool thing is, if you are quintilingual, if you can speak all 5, no one in your life will not know that you care. And the other cool thing is, you're going to start seeing how many people love you with their words, their gifts, their service, their time, and their touch. So 1 is aptitude, what are you good at? 2 is where's your passion? Do you know what people love by hanging out with them? Do you see what they care about? Okay. The third thing then to be in the element is a positive attitude. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. Attitude is a switch. It's a switch that's inside of you. And the cool thing about it is nobody can flip that switch but you. This is the ultimate power, to choose your attitude. So I'm going to show you how easy that is, okay? Go ahead and stand up. And you guys in the hallway, you come in here. You're not hanging out there. Get in here. Stand up. Everybody up. Barry Breakers, you can help me with this, because this will be great. This is what I would like you to do. I would like you to walk around the room right now. We're all going to be an actor or an actress right now, okay? I want you to pretend that you could care less that you are meeting them. I want you to pretend like it's no big deal. All right? Now, I know that's going to be hard for some of you. Okay? I want you to walk around and greet 3 people, even people you know, but just pretend like you don't care that you're meeting them. Okay, you ready? And this is going to be hard to do it. All right, ready? Here we go. Walk around and meet 3 people. 3 people, and pretend like you don't care that you meet them. And on this way. Okay. Good. Now freeze. Go ahead, stop where you are and look at me. Now I would like you to flip your switch. This time I want you to walk around, I want you to greet on the street. Are you ready? Are you ready to flip your switch? 3 people, ready, go!
Ability awareness. And are you our two volunteers?
One more, Martha. I should also do it.
This is ability awareness. And all we're going to ask you to do is trace the star. Right down the middle, it's just a star. And we want them to trace it. And this is my grandma. I'm a grandma. This is a grandma look. Stay between the lines. Shukriya. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Stay between the lines. And what you're going to experience is what it's like for some of our children out in the world who might experience maybe they have no legs, or maybe there is a learning special need of some kind, and you'll find out what it's like to be bullied. So in all due respect, our wonderful barrier breakers only have permission now to bully you a little bit. In all due respect, please. But they are very good at it. And we're going to put pressure of a race. We're going to see who wins, who can complete the star first, and the happy face, please, in the middle. Okay? Are you ready, guys? Okay, can you see? Look in the star. Look in the mirror. Are you ready? Get set. Go. What is your problem? Say between the lines.
He's signing his name. Sign his signature. Straight lines, let's go.
Oh my God, what is that? Let's go. Come on, all the table, block the table. Let's go.
Would you please proudly hold up your papers and show everybody how well you did? Barrier breakers, show Actually, there's going to be some giggles, so I'll let them get the laughter out first.
I'm sorry,
But they're very smart. So you see what needs to be done, but your hand cannot respond. We have friends who have cerebral palsy that can do this. They'll put the pen like this, and they will trace the star. Wouldn't you agree that that would take ability, not disability?
Of course, it's like a greater ability, in fact, to draw that or to do anything. But it hampers you when there is a disability and you are trying to do something, you know what to do, but you are not able to, and you are still gonna do it. That's great.
Yes. And did you want to stop? Did you want to quit?
No.
That's because you go to soil. Good answer. Good answer. Many times we want to stop or we want to throw the pen down, but we learn a lot from our friends, maybe with a learning special need or a physical special need, who every day they wake up and give 100%. They do not quit. That takes ability. And wouldn't you agree, if we would have been nicer and more encouraging, it might have been easier?
See, as far as I'm concerned, people who can do this, what I tried to do and failed, are far more able than I am. And they've got far more courage than I do.
And wouldn't you agree that if we would have given you more time, and maybe just said, don't worry, just take your time?
I could have thought of more of myself, understanding myself, what am I doing, why am I not doing right, in terms of, you know, I was thinking in the middle of this thing that I want to go right, but my hand is going left. I want to go up, but it's going down, what is happening? And that's what was happening.
Well, this is our ability awareness experience for the day. And now we're going to continue our program with our team. Thank you very much.
Even though some people may see me with a disability, that doesn't mean I have to be disabled, because God has blessed me with many gifts.
We're glad to be here today to bring you into our world of ability.
We are free from disability and differences because we have learned to look beyond what we think we see.
So look beyond what you think you see and give everyone a chance, because inside is ability. The magic is in the mixture.
When you're down and you're out and you don't think you have a friend, when you're lost in the doubt
audience ever. We feel the energy in the room, and we broke the barrier. Wherever we go, we deliver this message to the people that are listening. And it starts with a question that we really need to think about. I think you guys have already. And the question is, well, who is disabled? Who really is disabled?
This one, disabled. A person who cannot talk, but is a friend to all people?
Or a person who can talk, but only uses their words to hurt people. Who is more disabled?
A person who is blind and sees no differences?
Or a person who can see, but all they see are differences.
Who is more disabled?
A person who cannot go up and down stairs because they experience a physical disability, but they give 100% at all times.
Or a person who's been blessed with a healthy body, does not apply themselves with the gifts and abilities that God has given them.
Who is more disabled?
A person who is able to hear the message provided by the teacher or keynote speaker, but they refuse to listen.
Or a person who is deaf and does not have an interpreter, but has a strong desire to learn.
Who is more disabled?
A person who people might think their mind is not normal, or functions slower but loves you unconditionally and forgives you like that.
Or a person whose mind is very intelligent, but also very closed-minded, and they're quick to judge, and they become our barrier because they don't give us a chance to see how far or how high people can fly with the gifts and abilities that they've been given.
So, who do you think is more disabled?
give thanks for us with ability. And then we want to thank the person that helped. And I have to tell you that his wife, Sarita, teaches all kinds of Eastern Indian dance and Bollywood, and she is our teacher. And so you can tell her that when you go back. And if you want to tell them about Malika, our very special favorite performer that normally would be with us today.
Jai Ho, guys, Jai Ho. Once again, it's a privilege to perform at your institute, and thank you all for coming here and making this our dream actually a reality. You know, we have been planning for this almost for a year, more than a year. We wanted to come to India, and Debbie and her organization is in Fresno in Central California. We have been there for the last 5 years, and my daughter, she's 8 years of age, and she's paraplegic and has spinal cord trauma. And I can tell you without a doubt in my mind that ever since she has been a part of this organization, her confidence has just grown tremendously. That's her favorite song, Jai Ho. That's why her mom, was so inspired to teach all the kids. And as you can see, they have done an amazing job. And I think you guys will really, agree to the one line. They said the fun is in the mix, and there are no, there's no disabilities. And then one thing I've learned from my daughter is that nothing is impossible, everything is possible, guys. So once again, we salute you. We love you all. Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you for the guys.
Yes, and then our host in Damal, in mid-India, we will be there where there's an amazing blind hospital and special needs school and college and school, and we're going to go there and come alongside and partner with our friends in Damal, and it's Oasis of Love and Mercy Home is where we'll be, and then back here, right? And we will be in a mall here in...
Yeah, they will be performing at the TDI Mall, I believe, in Trans-Yamuna area, and they'll be doing that the performance on the 23rd evening. So if any of you guys are there, please do come to the performance. And I also would like to thank Ravish and Sarvesh and Dilip and those guys really. The world is a small place, and my sister, she has been working with special able kids for a long time, and she belongs to Adi, and she's the one Debbie was talking about, connecting the dots. And this is how the dots got connected from my sister to, talking to Adi, talking to the guys out here, and it's amazing. Like for the last 5 days, we have been traveling, and we have gone to different institutes in Delhi. We have been to the International Spine Center, the Gangaram Hospital over there, as well as we have been to the Amar Jyoti School, and this morning in Faridabad. And from here on, the team goes on to Agra, and then from there to Jabalpur and places in Madhya Pradesh, and come back and head back. But this is just a start. There's going to be more to come, and I'm sure Debbie and the team will love to come back to India and spread the message. Thank you.
Thank Adi, the NGO we are working for, and I think most of you saw that, Majestic. I would say that Majestic is a very small word for this performance. I'm really, really obliged that I'm here. Thank you.
I'm going to ask the team to find a partner. We have a song to celebrate with you. When the first connection we did with our Central California Society of India was a Diwali festival last year, and in celebration of the Festival of Lights, we have a song called Dance Into the Light, and they're coming out to get a partner. So you may need to break that barrier, and oh my goodness, and come on out. You're the #1 barrier breaker today.
disability. No, I catch her most of the time.
I would now request Hardyal and Charan sir to please come here and pass on a very small but a very lovable piece of token as a text.
But my us to make a stage entry. The two old men. It has been such a wonderful performance that I have I don't know how I can describe. But since I do read our scriptures, and there was one shloka from the Bhagavad Gita which says the yoga, and there is no ability and disability. It is what you talked in terms of passion, the aptitude, and those are the things. And there was a very wonderful presentation here, so thank you for coming. Hope you come again. And what's the next one? We have a small token of appreciation for each of you, so we'll start. Okay? So you can.
I'm Megan, and my ability is gymnastics and wheelchair tennis.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I am Jerry Schmidt. My disability, I was telling my words. My other ability is our sports. Thank you very much.
My name is Hannah, and my ability is gymnastics.
Hello, my name is Tara. My ability is dancing.
Hi, my name is Shaftina, and my ability is mentoring.
I'm currently diabetes singing.
Hi, my name is Desiree, and my ability is gymnastics and wheelchair tennis.
My name is Rachel, and my ability is dancing.
My name is Julie, and my ability is gymnastics.
Hi, my name is Gary. My ability is wheelchair tennis and archery.
Shorts. My name is Gail, and my ability and disability is like Debbie. I have too many words.
My name is Tyler. My ability is athletics. My disability is that my backside sore from landing on the ground.
My ability is business and construction management.
My name is Kyle. My ability is dance and gymnastics.
My name is Jared, and my ability is helping others.
Hi, my name is Anuj, and my ability is to share disability awareness with each and every one out here in my home country, India.
Take each other's pictures. Hi, my name is Linda, and my disability is I interrupt all the time. It's terrible.
This time I interrupted. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this one. This one first. For her. So what is, you want to say something?
My name is Angela, and my ability is flying high.
And part 9, this is a special one for you. Thanks for accepting.
behalf of the team, this is by far the best performance ever. And it's because of the energy, and we see the connection that we have, and we just flat out had a great, fun time.
Over 6 months, poring over lectures and textbooks and case studies and lectures and whatnot. So, everything that we talk about, whether it's ignored, we saw inclusion today. The true meaning of inclusion. If it's HRD, we learned today how people, ordinary people like us, can transcend their ordinariness and rise to great heights. If it's a question of marketing, what we learned today was the best marketing is that, in fact, what I'd like to say is that no amount of marketing will ever be good enough unless the product is good. There is no amount of education, no amount of textbooks can teach you what this inspired group taught us within the span of 1 hour. So thank you very much for coming here. Thank you for being what you are. And thank you for at least the small time that you were with us, raising us to lofty heights. Thank you very much. Are you able to get all of us?
I'll get it. Say cheers!
Okay, Sonakshi, I have seen you dancing here very passionately. Would you like to tell us how was your experience?
I think this was the best thing that has happened in Soil till yet. And how we can define true leaders, inspiring leaders. This is a real example of inspiring leaders. And I think I'm really motivated today, and it has brought a huge smile on my face, and I'm going to take all these learnings with me for the rest of my life. Cheers to Break the Barriers.
Great, Sonakshi. One word which you like to explain your experience with?
Probably ecstatic.
Thank you. One hand up, one leg up. And I know it was a wonderful experience for all of us, but still, how would you like to explain your experience to us?
I would say they are the true inspired leaders, and we don't actually need any textbooks to learn about leadership. It was a live example which was illustrated. So people who are differently able are not actually differently able. It's we who actually look at them. So we should actually learn how to live life and how to live every moment of life from them. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri. So Hardayal ji, for the very first time, as a student and now as a Soil staff, I've seen you dancing, but not in such a cute way. So how would you say that?
Well, the reason for that is that I was so moved, to be honest, that it was, for me, a celebration of life in all its diversity, in all its variety. And I found that I learnt more from this troupe than I would have by reading volumes and volumes of books. And that is why I was so moved, and that is why I danced.
Thank you, Hardayal-ji. So Tara, it was certainly a moving experience for me because I think I have seen dances, but I haven't seen so passionate dancers ever in my life. Would you like to share with us the experience that you had in Soil today?
Sure. The crowd was so amazing and you guys were all energetic, and I think that made us excited more and our performance was better from the enthusiasm. So.
And how do you manage to do that wonderful dance? I mean, even, when we dance, really don't think so we can dance like that.
It's just God, blessed me with the ability to do so, and we practice a lot as well. So, yeah.
Thanks, Tara. Yeah. Hi, Julie. How would you like to share, your experience in Soil? Definitely, you have seen, people were really passionate and they were hooting a lot. And I'm sure some whistles here and there, but definitely a wonderful experience for us. But how was your experience?
Do I hold it? Okay. With Soil, I really enjoyed performing for you guys because we got such a great reaction. When our crowd reacts to what we are doing, it pulls us in and it makes us enjoy it a lot more. So you guys made us have a lot more fun.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Debbie, I don't know. I have to really take off my specs and to explain, the spark in my eyes right now that I have after, watching your performance. But definitely, how would you, how was your experience in Soil and also in India?
We have the same heart and same compassion, and we understand that together that one person can make a change. And here at Soil, we see that, we feel the energy and we feel the excitement of learning and reaching people and mankind.
One word in which you would like to share your experience here?
The people of India are so incredibly loving as far as the gift of love and loving mankind, all of mankind, that we are inspired by that. And we also share strong faith, and we're inspired by that, and we know where our abilities come from. And we just thank you that India has given us an opportunity to celebrate ability in all people.
When are you coming back to Soil now?
Well, they haven't invited us yet, but we would love to come back again.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you very much.